Being Muslim has caused a lot of injustice, such as people calling me a terrorist and providing bad service when they see me in the hijab. I remember not even a year ago, people had claimed that my masjid was the center for a terrorist operation and that we were transporting so-called guns. It led to the FBI and police staking out our place of worship for weeks. Wearing a hijab has led to the physical assault of my mother and my friends while we were out in public. I've been dealing with this my whole entire life, and it has caused me to be more apprehensive of leaving the house with the hijab or telling others about my religion.
As I got older, people would comment more on my brown skin. I remember at preschool, the kids wouldn't hang out with me. They isolated me. I met this girl at daycare. She was popular and always really mean to me, ignoring me, making fun of me. And one day, I guess she was lonely because her friends weren't there. She talked to me the whole day and acted like we were best friends, I guess to maintain her popular status, but a couple of days later when her friends came back, she acted like she didn't know who I was or why I was trying to talk to her. And so I tried to tell my teachers, but they didn't do much about it. They just told the kids to be nice to each other. I always tried to talk to people, but they all ignored me. They wouldn't talk to me, and so a lot of times my teacher would forget about me. We would go out for recess, and when everyone went in, they'd count all the kids to make sure they were all there, but for some reason, they would always forget about me. It took them like a half an hour to realize that they left someone behind, and then they'd come looking for me. I guess overall, I just felt really isolated and forgotten. And for some reason, I was actually avoided. I was sent to the principal's office to eat lunch, but nobody told me why. I never did anything. Eventually, I told my parents about it, and they had no idea that was happening. I just remember a lot of kids asked me why I was brown and isolated me because of that. I would call myself a confident person, but sometimes my confidence wavers because of what happened and how I was treated.
Before Trump's immigration ban had been formally implemented, some companies began to act prematurely. My sisters have gotten their American citizenship and have worked under a big company for about 10 years. Yet, when the talk about this new ban began to arise, the managers actually reached out to my family by letter with a bunch of ignorant talk about deportation and immigration, threatening to fire my sisters. They didn't realize that not only were both my sisters American citizens, but they are actually from the Philippines, which is nowhere near the countries listed for the ban. Not only does this show that the company was willing to so easily fire two great workers that have been diligently working for so long, but they would have done so just based on their accents and the color of their skin. I thought it was ridiculous, but I must say I found it quite amusing to read their apology letter after we sent an envelope including my family's reply and copies of their citizenship and immigration papers. This is only one example of the major racist acts that occur to people I know. Huge things like this have happened to many of my family members, and I have seen it firsthand. I find racism and any type of social injustice to be really ridiculous. I don't understand why some people feel the need to act rudely to others for such trivial reasons.
I have been made fun of for being Jewish. People taunt me on a regular basis. They call me dirty Jew, dumb Jew, stupid Jew, penny pincher, coin collector, things like that. It makes me feel really low and like I'm just a piece of trash. Even now, people still say things like that. I think instead of just giving kids detention for this behavior, they should hold classes to educate them and make them realize what they're really saying.